Hello everybody, 4-star here, and you guys have been asking so many times on all of my videos, 4-star, how do you make these uniforms? 4-star, how do you put these new teams in the game? How do you put these new uniforms in the game? They've been asking me on Facebook, YouTube, all that. And I want to make a nice concise video on how to make them and how to implement them on your PC's PCSX2 emulator. So first off, what you need is, I know I said it in my last jersey tutorial video, but you do need a PC. You can't do this anywhere else. You can't do this on no PS2. Can't do this on no PS3. Can't do this on no Xbox. Can't do this on no Series X. Even though you can have it on your Series X and you can implement the files, I believe there are some videos that show you how to do it, especially on NCAA Next, which I worked on. But I'm here to show you guys how to make the Madden the Madden uniforms, because they are vastly different from the NCAA uniforms and they have more textures. So first off, like I said, PC or laptop, anything that could run PCSX2. PCSX2 is, I believe, like 20 years old, right? So it can run on most emulators, and I mean on most PCs, most laptops. If you put it on software mode, it'll work pretty fine, but you will have some graphical degradations. You'll probably see it as looking like a PS2 game, like an actual PS2 game. But if you do have a PC that is like halfway decent like mine, which I'm running on a 1660 Super, which is getting like more and more outdated by the year, you'll be fine. This is not a really expensive thing towards your PC. There's not a real like hardware thing on your PC. So this should really work on basically anything. So once again, these uniforms only work from like Madden 05 up, because I believe Madden 04 downwards have an old engine, and they have this old like PS2 Madden engine where like all the characters are bulky. I'm pretty sure if you've seen it at first glance, you would know. So from Madden 05 onward, all these jerseys will work. They also work in Arena Football and in Arena Football World of Glory, because they use the same engine. The second thing you also need is Photoshop or a Photoshop equivalent. Now I know there is a Photoshop type deal that you could use on a browser, and I cannot remember it. If I do remember, I'll put it either in the description or I'll edit it in the video. But you need Photoshop or Photoshop equivalent. Some people use Gimp, that's free. I use Photoshop, as in, like, you know what I'm saying? Hey, took that motherfucker, you know what I'm saying? Hey, took it. But if you know what I mean, you know what I mean. But if you got a way to get Photoshop, if you got a way to get a Photoshop equivalent, you can get it. So these are our templates that we're working on today. We have 4 templates, and we have a couple more templates that I'm going to show you later on in the video. But first, we're gonna focus on the uniform. First, we have 4 uniform templates. I mean, 4 uniform textures that you can use here. Of course, you got the torso, you got the shoulder, you got the hips, and you got the thigh. Now in NCAA, you only got the torso, which encompasses the shoulder, and then you have the thigh that encompasses like the whole pants. So there's only two textures for NCAA, but in Madden and in Arena Football, they chose to have 4 for some reason. So yeah, I usually want to go torso, then shoulder, right? Because they're all going to be in one piece, right? And then you want to have the hips, then the thigh. Most of my templates here that I'm going to be releasing in the NCAA Next Discord after this video is published, they will have all of these. They will have all of these designs that me and Beavers made. I've even added some designs from Arena Football, because Arena Football has some pretty unique designs. If you go on here, you would see, I believe these are just the logos. But if you go on here, you can also put text here too, but we'll get to that later. There's also collar designs, but you want to go on jersey designs. I have a lot of just different ones here. You got the Desperados. The Colts have some designs as well. They have those stripe design. I got Philly Soul. If you ever want to make a Philly Soul design, I don't know why. Got Big Stripe. These are from created teams. This is a nice little pattern that I found. And then you have side stripes. That I do not have open here. But yeah, you have the side stripes here. You also have the outline of the side. Then you have this design right here. That's more of a what's called design. That's more of a what do you call it? Under Armour design. But it's there if you need to. And then we have also other designs like the Bengal stripe. I drew that one up. You have a circular stripe design that you could use. You have a half design that you could use. Make sure that you color all these because you don't want it pitch black because it'll look weird on the jersey. And if you do want it black, you should always use this color, I believe. Let me go back. You should always use these colors here for black. You should always use 1-4-1-4-1-4. As you can see, you can still see some of the mesh and whatever designs are in the back, so they could look like they belong there. Or you could use 1A, 1A, 1A. It's basically the same thing. I like to use 1A, but you could use 1-4. Okay, so the very first step in jersey design is that you want to get your folders right. So in Madden, you also have a bunch of game codes here. As you can see, I got SLUS. So whatever desired Madden that you're gonna play, you want to find the SLUS, and all you have to do on PCSX2 to find the SLUS. You can also look this up online if you do not have this type of setup here. Also, you want to use PCSX2 Nightly version 1.7. You do not want to go higher than that. If you can, find an older version because our numbers template is kind of out of date and they use individualized numbers. We used to have a group numbering system. So you'll have to use the older version for my purposes here because that's how I'm going to show you how to do the numbers. But yeah, all you have to do here is go to properties. It'll show you the SLUS number. You just match it up here. You go to your emulator. So you're gonna go to you're gonna go to your PC, and then I'm going to my desktop here because it's easier. See, I have the nightly version prior to that. Then you want to go to textures, and as you can see, all these are popping up here. I'm gonna go with Madden 07 here, which has 21476. Right here, you're gonna have replacements, and then you're gonna make a folder called dumps once you're in the game. Right, and so it's gonna dump all the textures down. Now I would delete this before. And after you're done, or after you're done with finding your textures, because once you find your textures, they're just gonna keep dumping needless textures onto your folder, and it's gonna take up a lot of space. So you want to do that. So yeah, will be your file, and you wanna just put it in replacement so it can replace any file that you find in the dumps that you replace the name for. But you go in here, you want to make sure that you get your folder work done so you can easily sort it out. So what you're gonna do here is you're gonna I'm gonna go to my Madden one. This is where I keep all my my files. Once again, I'm gonna share these files, and I'm gonna share the well, it's already in the Discord, but I'm gonna share it anyway. The gloves and everything that you could do. It's pretty neat, and the helmet that JD 637 made in our Discord, NCAA 06 Next Discord. But you want to have the away uniform, you want to have the home uniform, and you want to have the helmet. I like to have the helmet separate, just in case you make alternate helmets. But this is gonna be our setup here. You can also make alternates because in the creative team mode you can have alternates. So if you want to have alternates, go ahead. All right. So another step here is that you want to find if you're making a team in real life, you're gonna have to find some references. So today we're gonna be making the London Monarchs, And if you just type up the team, put football, you'll find some great references here. Here's some great references. Of course, they're also in Madden as a relocation team in the new Maddens, so you can also get those as well. I like to get the older ones. So you would just all you have to do is just save it. Usually just find a PNG. If you can't find a PNG, that's fine. You could just convert it using any type of a converter you find on the internet. And even if some of these are not transparent, you can always make it transparent in the disc. No, not the Discord, but on Photoshop. You can make it on Photoshop. Also, another useful website is True Color. You can also find team uniforms here. I mean team colors here. So if I just go in here, then you would just go to the team, England Monarchs. Oh, what I think they get the London Monarchs here. London Monarchs. And then you can just copy those colors onto Photoshop. So what you want to do here, I just usually get the color code. That's 003 087. And then you would just type it on here. That's one color. And I'm not really on the red here. I want to get the gold. Also the gold metallic, that's going to be on the helmet. But we'll get the gold here. So that is D9, that's D9C756. So all we got to do here is just go in here. D9C756. D9C756. That's going to help you a lot when you're making a uniform. All right, so first we're going to start off with the torso. And of course, this was an old football team, so they didn't really have any type of collars or any type of numbering or any like logos on the front. Of course, you can always position the logos here. Usually you want to just position the logos right under the collar, right before you hit like the middle of the chest here, because these are going to be stretched. These are going to be stretched downwards. So think of it as like a poncho that that the players are going to put on, and this is the head hole. This would be the back, and this would be the front. So they would fold inwards. I have a lot of designs here. I have flames for one of my BFL teams. I have a lot of great designs here, and you could get to make him as much as however you want. But this team has just a really basic color at the front. So all you got to do here is just, like I said, just get the color. I'm pretty sure this is their blue. If it's not, we'll just change it, but we'll just take another look at true color here. 03087. And then you could just go on color overlay. 03087. And also, if you don't have the main colors here, you can always just go here on the swatches and make them. But yeah, we're done with this part, and we'll go on to the sleeve here. So the sleeve, they have a double design here for the first part, and if you can't find a sleeve that matches it, just make your own by just making rectangles. So all you have to do is just go here on a rectangle tool and just make it. But we're gonna take a time here to try to find out if we got it, and I'll cut back to it. Okay, so this is what I got so far. Just 2 stripes. It might be a little bit too big, but that's good. Also, there's a thing called mid outline. It's just so the stripe ends can line up. Not around the sleeve, but like just at the visible part of the sleeve. These parts of the sleeves on the outskirts, on the outsides here, they wrap around and under the sleeve. So most of the times, if you don't want your stripes or lines going over or under the sleeves, then you would have this right here, and you can use this also as a border if you want to make shapes or something, or even make these thicker. but for right now, I'm just gonna go with these two. They might be a little bit too spaced apart, but I think it's good enough for the demonstration. All right, so then you want to go to the hips here. We have a lot of triple stripe designs here, I believe. I use like the brown stripe with a wide stripe. This one came with the template, and I like to use these as well. Sometimes I got the kiss stripes designs. I got the triangle slants just in case you want like a little slanted look, more of that Under Armour feel. I believe we have a triple stripe design somewhere here. So here it is, the triple stripe design. First, I want to make the color of the pants, and it's all the way at the bottom. Also, if you want it white, you would use F1, and if you want black, of course, you would use 1A. And here you go. Put this right here. They also have a gold belt. You can use the belt color right here. Just double click on it. It's a clipping layer, so you could just do that. Boom. Do that. You can also change the belt ring, and I'll change it to white this time, just for a little different effect here, and just for the video. Also, there's a triple stripe design that I just passed. Here it is, triple stripe. You got the outer, you got the inner. They do not use an inner. Actually, they do. So, okay, so this is different. All right, so for this design, I believe I want to go opposite here. So if I just use my paint bucket tool, it will come out different. So with their design here, with their design that they're going for, it won't really translate in Madden too much, because of course this is one stripe on this one. What they do here is that they change the colors of the stripe here, which is cool, but it won't translate on here. So what I will do is I will just make a standard triple stripe design just for the video, because I'm not really here for any accuracy. So I'll just put the middle design here, and they use a different blue, so I'm gonna just change the color. You can go to color overlay and just go to this blue, and just in case, I'll go to color overlay, and then I will just change this to whatever red this is. I'm pretty sure it's the same red, but is it? Yeah, it is. And then you just do that. Go on the same side here. I have a lot of designs here on this end, just so because of the difference. This is basically the cutoff line before it starts warping. This grid right here, this little horizontal grid, and this vertical grid is when they start warping on this side. So they were warped towards the thigh. So this is the thigh here, the back of the thigh. So you want to try to avoid that. And there should be a triple stripe design somewhere here. I don't know if it's an other. It might be. It is an other. So you go to triple stripe. You got the outer, you got the middle. Once again, you just want to go to color. Boom. Hit this up. Make it a little lighter. Click on that. Go on color. Boom. Click on this. I don't think it's saved. Boom. There we go. Change the pants. The pants color is, of course, gold. So we're gonna change that here to gold. Boom, boom, boom. And then, of course, their socks. Their socks are blue. So we got this. Change this right here to blue. Boom. And I have some sock stripes, so we're gonna just play with those. So we have a different sock stripes designs. They use a double pattern. So let's see what I got here. I got a middle wide stripe here. I got a top stripe and I got a bottom stripe. Okay. for just the video purposes, I'm gonna go with the top and the bottom here. And then we'll just take this one away. Also, I could just make this bigger by going on the fill or on the stroke. Let's go with 25. Actually, let's see how far I can go. 100. It's a little too far. Let's see. Let's go with 70. And I think I messed up here, so I'll just go back. Go with 70. Boom. And with the bottom, I'll go with 70. So it pretty much eclipses the original design. So all you gotta do is just change the stroke color here. Change that to red. And you would change this to gold. Change the stroke to gold. Boom, you got some nice socks. So that is it for that. We have our uniform design. Easy peasy. So let's get to the helmets. All right, so welcome to JD's helmets. All right, so JD637 of the NCAA Next Discord made helmets, made a helmet template, and he also made a gear template, and he also made a lot more templates for NCAA, and this will translate well in Madden. So because they all use the same helmet template across all the games, no matter what football game you play. At least if it's an EA Sports football game, they use the same helmet template. So here you go. I made the Washington Valor. So I'm gonna explain how these helmets work. So first you have the color. You also I implemented chrome. They look nice on here. I implemented chrome. You have a color overlay, and it's color overlay by the blend mode is color. You can change it to any color you like. So you could go here, and it would just change the color of it. Cancel that out. You can go to gold helmet. This is what JD used for Notre Dame. You can go to the helmet color. This is a little bit more easier when it comes to how he made it, because he made almost everything into a smart object. I don't know how to do that yet, so he did that. You can do the black helmet, which is 1.4, and then you can do the white helmet, which is F1. So for now, we're gonna go with the helmet color, and like they said, they use a metallic gold, and you can go on fill here, go on this. I'm gonna go back to the website here, which I put in my other tab, and it's going to be on my other screen, and it's going to be 89764B. So what I'm going to do here is just throw that in there. Boom. That's their metallic gray. They don't have any striping, so I can take out the striping here. So I implemented the single stripe with a stroke. That's not how his comes out, but he just made a single stripe. It was easy enough, but I'll take it out. So this is where the part where it gets difficult for some people, because how he makes these logos, or how he does the logos, is that they're all part of one smart object. So you would have to rasterize the logo, and I'm gonna show you this here by how this is going to be made. So as you can see here, they're both mirrored. And if I go on here, go on the smart object, just double click it, you go on here, and you get to see how the logo is made. So obviously we clicked on the smart object on the right side of the helmet. Like I said, it's going to fold in. So it's like, think of like you putting on a poncho, it's going to fold in from left to right. So I did it on the right side here. So I'm going to go on the right side. You can close up left side. You can also have the stickers on the back here. So for extra flair, I'm going to do that as well. But for right now, I'm going to go to the main logo. And I got indoor and arena. So if you have a logo with text on it, you would have to make it, or if the text is blended into the logo, you would have to try to make your own logo here. And that's why he puts your artwork. For reasons, or for complication reason, I will not be diving into that. But if you do have a logo that does have a text incorporated into it, it will be mirrored. So you would have to modify that logo, or find a different logo that or find the logo that has like a mirrored version, but like the text is right. But right now we're just gonna go to this, right? We're just gonna keep going to this. I'm gonna find the London Monarchs image. I should have it somewhere on my computer because I did do the NFL Europe League. So let me go find that real quick. All right, so this is a great example for when you can't find a logo. So what you want to do here is you want to go on your magic wand tool. You want to just click on these, hold shift, click on these, right? Click on just the different colors. Click on the inside. Make sure that everything's all even. You want to go to select and mask. And you see all this right here. You can edge that. You can all edge that out. If you go to shift edge, just move it up until it is all covered up. 69%. Took it all the way up. Then you would just drag this bad boy onto the smart object. Boom. And then you want to go testing your danger area. The danger area is where it warps. Put this right down the middle. Make it as large as you can if you want to. Then line it up. That looks good. Press yes. Take away the danger area because it will pop up into your helmet. Do not do that. Exit. Select yes for save. I'll quit out of this since I got the helmet. This is the other smart object. Where we can put the sticker. So we'll put the sticker, and I'll find a flag in England. Boom, right here. It's gonna show you the sticker. All you gotta do is just hide that one, or you can use it as a tool to map it. So I'll get a flag in England real quick. So I got the flag in England here, and I believe I hid the USA flag. Good. You can keep the warning label on. Back that out and say yes. There you go. You put that right on there. Back that out again. Put yes to save, and then boom, you got the logo. Now, like I said before, you can take this out, but we'll do this later. But you see here, we got the warning label on both sides. That's not what we want. So what we want to do here is we want to rasterize this one, so this won't be a smart object anymore. So what we're gonna do here is just rasterize the layer, and I would just for organizational purposes, I would just rename it to Monarchs. Caps lock on, and I press something else. Monarchs. Throw that bad boy in the rasterized logos. Now it's rasterized. You don't got to worry about it. You can also just take it away, throw it back up. Then you'll go on this side. This is the left side now. Go on here, and then all you have to do, go on back logos. You're on the left side now, so you're going. Actually, you could just take this one out on the right side, and then all you have to do, save, say yes, and then boom. So for that, you can also rasterize this logo if the logo is pointed the wrong way. So if you ever wanted the logo to be pointed the right way, all you would have to do is go on smart. You would first rasterize that one. Go on left side. Since you're on the left side, it will automatically go on here. It will go to left side, and then you would go to if you want it mirrored, you keep it on there. If you don't want it mirrored, you would just show this one. Show this one. Put this on here. You don't want it mirrored. Boom. Hit this. Hit yes, and then it will be pointed the right way. So that's good on that. Now you don't have this one. Now, just for a little extra flair, we can find the London Monarchs word mark logo if I can. And I found it already. So you would go to this, go on here, you can block my arena logos. I got the whole bracket up here, and this where you can put all this at. Make sure that you're just not on the edges here. JD did not put a danger line here, so that's fine. I'm gonna grab this portion right here, boom, put that on here, and then I would just drag this onto here. Boom, that looks good. Good. Stretch this out a little bit. Might be a little bit pixelated, but who cares? Boom. Put this on here. And then, if you're very organized like me, just put Monarchs on here. You can put it in a folder, like if you have your own league. Save that right there, boom. It would be right here. So all I gotta do here is just change the color. So if I want to change the color here, I would just go on here. I believe you could just change the back pieces colors like that. And I would just do that, boom. And kind of just fits in there. There you go. That's a good. Boom. Put that on there. That looks good. You can also change. You could change the front plate to blue as well, but I'll keep it like that. It looks nice. And we're finished for this part of the helmet. So let's get to the numbers. Okay, guys. So with the numbers here, we got numbers with two textures here. We got 0 through 7, and then we have 8 and 9. I have a lot of fonts that I would like to share with you guys, and they're pretty neat. Also, there is a size guide that JD made for us. So the green means that you're good, and he has the grid lines to back that up as well. This will look as perfect as it will in the game for your texture. And then, of course, you have the kind of light reddish. That is where it would either kind of morph, or you would be like really close to like the edge of where the texture gets laid out. And of course, the dark red is where you don't want to go, because it'll just get cut out completely and it won't show up. So for this one, you want to always take the size guide off, because if you do save it, it will show up in the game. And I have a lot of different teams, even my own teams that I have on here. But I'll go with the base numbers for right now. I believe I have some other ones that I could use, like this one, the gold one. But for right now, I'll just use the base one. For this, you can go all right here. You can go to the color overlay, and then you could just change the color to whatever you want. You really don't have to go by the guidelines of the F1 and the 1A for this one, because it'll always look good. Also with that, JD added some stitching and some sheen to the numbers, so they'll always look like almost perfect every time you put them on there. But for right now, the Monarchs have gold as their inside numbers, and then you can always add a stroke. So what you can do here is go into FX, go into layer effects, then you can go to the stroke. It'll look good like this. You put this right here. You don't want to put it too high on the pixel chart. You can go 10, and then you can go on the outside. You can also go on the inside here. I think that some fonts would look good on the inside, and some fonts look good on the outside. For this one, it's going to be red for the color. Boom, boom. Right here, boom. Make sure that you don't have the size guide or the background, because I believe there's a background reference. And all you got to do here is save. So file, save a copy, and you will save it as a PNG. Once you do that, go on to whatever team that you had. So I think it was on Jersey Canvas, and it was not Arena. Jersey Canvas, and I put in Madden, London, and then you want to put the home numbers here. The home and away numbers should be different, obviously, because there's going to be different colors. White, of course, for the away, and then colored for the home. Same thing for alternates. If you want to have alternates, you just have a different number. So for right now and for this video, we're only going to do home. So we're going to save that there. Boom. Once you're done with that, just take this out. And of course, if you're doing this, go to 8 and 9. And you want to just go to on this part right here. And it has the same thing, just the default numbers. Once again, change the colors. Boom. Change that to gold. And then go to the stroke. Go back to 10 here. Boom. Change the color to red. Boom. And you're finished, right? But the difference is that you want to crop. You want to crop the photo, because if you just do it like this, then the numbers would be too small or they'll just be off, right? So what I like to do is I like to crop it. To crop it here, I would like to go 512 by 512. So you just crop it here. The width has to be 512 and the length will be 512 as well. You press OK. Do that right there. Go ahead and save it. And just keep with me here, because you will have to undo this crop. Now if you save like your Photoshop file, you kind of messed up and you're gonna have to re-download the thing, the file, the Photoshop file. But if you do it right every time, go here, go to Jersey Canvas. You're gonna go to of course I'm gonna go to my Madden, London, home. Sometimes you want to change it to 07 just so you won't be confused. This one won't be too much on the screen. Go to 07. Then for this one, I'm going to go 8, 9. Boom, right here. Save it. Boom. And then all you got to do is click Control Z. Control Z. Or go on edit and then undo. Undo the crop. Undo the crop and then you can save it. And then that's all you have to do here. And you're done with the numbers. Obviously, you can go ahead and make your own numbers. So all you have to do is just go to your text layer, make a new text. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, go to 0, go to 0, and just file it out 0 through 7, and then all you gotta do, just go in here, make it big enough. Maybe you want to match. It's up to you if you want to match up with the. Let's take out the 8, 9. It's up to you if you want to match up with the size guide here, which I have over the layer for some reason. You always want to put it in the numbers, just so you won't be too confused. And you can put it in 07 if you want to, but you should wait, because there's gonna be like there's gonna be 8 layers, and then you would have to merge them all. But make sure that all of them, well, you would have to merge them all, and you would have to rasterize them, because these are type layers now. You would have to rasterize the layer. But make sure that is right. You know what I'm saying? Just go ahead, boom, make it big. You can also hold shift on each side so you can stretch it. Once you feel like it's right, and it's right in the right angle, or in the right size, right? You would just, all you have to do, click OK. Hover, make sure your layer is still hovered over. Control J. Make sure you move the layer. Boom. Sometimes you could double click on it. Sometimes it won't work. Or you could just go on to type. Boom, go on type. Then go back, press 1. Make sure you go back to your move layer. Your move tool, and line it up. And once it's right, just go ahead and do the same thing again. Do the same thing again. Control J. Size it back up. Say it's 2, then it's 3, then all the way to 7. Then you would do the same thing with 8 and 9. I would just copy and paste the 0 and 1, so you can just make it 8 and 9. Hide these other ones once you're done, and then do 8 and 9. Make sure you put them on this layer, and then just modify them as accordingly. You can always use the size guides again. Make sure that you have a good middle area, and make sure that they're all the same size, because you don't want any misshapen letters. Most of the time you could just line it up by the pink grid lines, and it'll line it up here, and then it'll do a grid line horizontally as well, and vertically with the others, and you'll be fine. You can do that with 8 and 9 as well. Just make sure that you hide your 0 through 7, and you'll be fine. So let's get into the actual dumps work, and let's get into the replacements. All right, guys, so I almost forgot to tell you guys about the gear template. So the gear template is very, very fascinating, because you can really go in depth with this. I haven't really gone too much in depth with this, except for what the with the I would say the gloves, because in Madden is really just the gloves or the sleeves. You really can't customize like the chin strap or anything like that, or the mouth guard, but you can do that here in this one. So you can customize the socks and everything. This is like really in depth here, so I'm gonna try to explain this as quickly and as simple as I can. So step one, there's a lot of steps here for that JD has given us here that you can do. So of course, step one is the colors. And of course, you want to hide these layers. So you can also go into the smart objects and change the team color. So the team color, we're going to go with blue because I believe that the Monarchs really like to use blue. So we're going to go with blue here. We're going to go with this blue. And then all you have to do is, of course, you save. Hopefully it doesn't do that disk thing. Sometimes you got to have a lot of space to be doing this. Then you would go on your logo. You can do the logo color as well. So I'm gonna go with gold as well. I'm gonna go with this gold, and I would save it. You can also press, I believe, Control S or something for saving. It saves. You have a nice little gold accent, and you can change the logo. So what you're gonna do here, once you're done with step one, step two is to change the logo. All you gotta do is change the logo, just like we had it on the helmet. So if I could just rob the helmet real quick, because I just did it and I did not save. So let me go on this Monarchs here. Not this one, but the other one. Go ahead and steal that one off them. Yeah, go on Palm Object. This might be confusing, but as long as you got the logo, you shouldn't be able to have to do all this. But I didn't save it, so I'm gonna just rob this and put this over here. Yep. Yeah. Oh, wow, it's very big. What the hell? But yeah, that should work. Just line it up. Boom. Press OK. Also, I'm gonna rasterize this because I didn't know it came with that. But yeah. Boom. Go ahead and save that with the palm artwork. Boom. Look at that. Those are beautiful. And then all you have to do is you can select which one you want to, which piece of equipment you want to save. So you want to just quick export this, right? You can this is the color. We already did the color, so we don't have to do none of this. But you can pick a brand. This is for the gloves. You can hide it and show it just to make sure that you know what you're doing. So what we're gonna do here is we're gonna take the team color. We're gonna take the team color glove because our canvas here on our other screen, which I will show you guys right here, he's going to be our demonstration piece, and he has team color gloves. So, or some type of team color gloves, so it will easily translate. So that's what we're gonna be doing here. So all you gotta do here is just go on this and go on quick export. Quick export is gonna be already a PNG file, so you don't have to worry about that. Go to this is the home jersey. No, gotta go back. Gonna go back to my Madden. Gonna go back to my London Monarchs, and I'm gonna put this into the home jersey. And I'm just gonna save the team color glove. You can also have if you want to be more organized, you can have a gear, a team gear type of deal going on. A team gear type of folder going on. So that's good too. But once you save that, you can also do it for the socks. You can also do it for all types of things. This was for the gloves. I think he's making more soon, but we haven't heard from him. But you can have the socks here. You pick one of the socks. You can pick the wristbands. You can do all that type of stuff. And all you gotta do is just hide it and then show it, and then it'll. All you gotta do is just export it. You can do the cleats. You can do the cleats with the strap on it, but we won't be touching the cleats today. But you just let you know you can do all that. All you gotta do is just replace it with the PNGs. All right, so to save these, all you gotta do here is go to save a copy. Go on here, make sure you find out where your files is. If you don't see anything in your search, make sure you change it to PNG. Everything has to be PNG, no JPEG. Everything has to be PNG for the files to replace. You go in here, you just go to torso template copy, boom, save it, boom, okay. So here we are. We're gonna get into the jersey work here. And as you can see here, we got our player. We got all his stuff out. What you want to do here is just drag this back over here. You want to make another tab for your you want to make another window here. And then you want to find the game file. So what I'll do here is just go to my Nightly, go to my textures. Remember your SLUS. It is going to be 21476. This is when you want to make the folder that says dumps. And make sure you enable dump textures on your PCSX2. Go in here, press F9 twice so you can switch the renders. Go back to your files here. And as you can see, the dumps have been loaded up. And as you can see here, we got some stuff here. So to make it a little bit easier for you, you want to sort by dimensions. And if you don't see dimensions here, all you gotta do is right click, go to group by or sort by. I like to do sort by. And then you want to go to more. Then just scroll all the way down till you hit D. Go to dimensions, press OK. Do it again, right click, sort by dimensions. And then you would just find all your stuff here. So I found the pants already. And what you want to do here is copy this, copy the PNG name, because they'll give it a random PNG name. Put it, paste it on there, and then keep going. It'll show you almost every template here. And then we're gonna deal with this in a little bit, but just find your templates. Boom, copy, paste. Make sure you find your 8-9 layer. If you don't find your 8-9 layer, just find a player that has 8 or 9 in it. So if we just go around here, it should capture some of that. And we should find it. And here it is, 8-9. Make sure you pop up both of your templates here. Go to 8-9, copy. Then you want to paste it again. Boom. Put that down there. We're almost halfway done. Let's see if we can find the gloves here. And most of the templates here, most of the templates here are made by they're going by dimensions. So you can just find it here. There's the torso. Make sure that you try to find the torso as best as you can, because they are very, very how do you say it? They're very, very like light opacity. Once you get that done, we found, so these are the gloves that our player was using. We're going to copy that, put that right into the gloves. Boom, paste it right there. So if you still do have Photoshop open and you still have at least like something open here, or you could just make a new one. You can go over here. Let's go back to Photoshop here. We're going to go back to Photoshop here. And you could just make a new file. Let's see, new. It doesn't have to be any type of any dimension here. You just create it. Make this transparent. File. You want to save a copy. And these are going to be transparent for your numbers. PNG. And you want to go 07. Right, boom, you made that. So that's going to be a transparent copy. And then once you did that, make a copy of that, paste it back on here. 07 copy, make it 8-9. 8-9. Make sure you put the period. PNG file, boom. So now you can replace these black numbers, because see what you do here is that once you put your numbers on here, it's going to be a nasty black outline on here. So all you gotta do here is just, well, that's gonna be the wrong one. All you gotta do here is just go back, paste it on there, boom, 8, 9. Now we just gotta find 1 through 7. That is ours. Also, the Eagles have it as well for some reason, but yeah, just make sure you do that so they can be transparent. Also, I forgot to mention, make sure that your jersey is transparent as well. So what I'm gonna do here is I'm just gonna reopen it back in Photoshop. You can just go to open with Adobe Photoshop. We're just gonna go back to Photoshop here, and we're gonna make this the opacity 10. I like to use 10, and then all you gotta do is save it. You don't gotta do save as, you can just save it. And if we go back to the other screen here, you see it's very, very transparent. It will help with the numbers. It will help with the nameplate on the back. So the nameplate on the back, it can be shown through the jersey. That's why they make the jerseys transparent, because the numbers are like hardwired into the jersey itself. So we got the helmet. We got to do the helmet here. So this is our helmet. If you're making a created team, make sure that you have the helmet blank, and that's going to be an issue here. So I know that we have the helmet logo on here. So what we're going to do is we're going to try to make that transparent as well. So what we're going to do here is just paste another copy of this. We're going to name it H for helmet. You don't really have to do this. Just make sure that if you're creating a team, you just make the helmet blank. You can you just don't put the logo on the helmet. So if it says something with logo, make sure that you just put a pattern on there. Make sure you have different type of patterns, so you don't have to have the same replicate helmet. So I think this is the helmet right here. This is the helmet logo. So we'll just put that on here for this purpose. Boom. If not, then we'll just find it. But I'm pretty sure this is it. It can't be. I don't think it's this big, because I think this is a different dimension. I think this is the midfield logo, but it should be really small. We have to do the shoulders next. So we got to find the shoulder. It should be this type of pattern, and there it is. It's right here. I found it. Copy, and you would paste it. Like I said before, it's a little bit better on this one. You can make it way better than that, but I totally forgot. But that's fine. This is only for showcase purposes only. And then of course you found the hips. Once you find the hips, just copy, and then you paste that on there as well. Paste, boom. So then you got this. So now all we gotta do is just put it in the game. So what we're gonna do here is, if you had the whole team, you could just go ahead, go to London Monarchs, copy, and then you'll go to the Nightly here. So I'm gonna go to the Nightly here, just shortcutted it here. Find your SLUS number, go to replacements, boom, put this bad boy right in here. London Monarchs. It has all of the textures in here. Doesn't matter how many folders you make, as long as it has the texture name, it will read it, and it should read it here. So let's just maximize this. Let's go back to the game. Yep, there we go. It worked. Back to the game. I'm gonna use this for a thumbnail here, so I'm gonna do it here. Screenshot that, and then just press F9, and there you go. Look at that. And just like that, we got ourselves a nice little jersey. So there you go. As you can see here, we got the helmet, right? When it comes to face mask, you got to be real careful with the face mask, because of course the face mask color is going to change between all teams that have that same color. I would advise you just changing the face mask color when you get to the created team screen. As you can see here, we did not get the right, I believe, the right gloves. So we're gonna check that again. And we can just go in here, just go in Windows, and let's see what we had here wrong. And so these are the gloves that I had here. So these are not the right gloves here. So these are the right gloves. Sometimes you might have different gloves. Sometimes because I believe Madden has a lot of different glove colors, glove options. But there we go. And if you look at the back of the hand, it has the London Monarchs logo. So that's pretty dope. I don't know if you can see that, but it has the London Monarchs logo there. So that's pretty dope. You can do that for a lot of these glove types. Of course, like I said before, there's different gloves. I believe they're using the running back gloves, because there's running back gloves and then there's team color gloves. But once you find it, it looks dope, bro. This is really, really nice. And as you can see here, everything's moving in motion. Everything looks good. Everything looks right. If you are playing with different designs when it comes to the hips to the legs, you might have a little bit of distortion. You might have a little bit of clipping, but I mean that's all part of it. Same thing for the helmet. If you make a striping, you're gonna see a little bit of clipping up top, but that's fine. And I think he's using a different helmet design, so you're not gonna see the what's called, but you can see, as you can see, you see the flag right there. I know there's an American flag, but that's a default texture. You can always transparent that out. You can also transparent the NFL logo on the side. I usually don't do that because it's like really negligible, and you really can't see it from like when you're playing the game. But as you can see here, beautiful, beautiful numbers, beautiful, beautiful jersey. You see here, we got the belt, we got the nice little buckle there. Looks a little too deep. It looks a little too 2D, but I mean that's how it was. That's how it's made, and that's just how we do it here. I'm trying to figure out if we could do anything else. We can mess with the end zone, so I'll add that as a bonus. So let's work with the end zone here, and let's see what we can do for the end zone. All right, so this is my custom end zone template. I like to use it just to really get into it. I don't know if I should release this, but I'll release it with just some other modifications. But you want to have, for the end zone, you want to have everything under one folder, and that's for opacity. Same thing with the torso. If I could go all the way back to the torso, you want to have everything at the top here. You want to have everything at the top here for opacity, and then so you could just turn it to 10. I like to turn it to 65 for the end zone, just so it can be seen a little bit more. But yeah, this is when I did the Washington Valor, and you're gonna have a lot of text, so just make sure you have your text up in here. I also have some backgrounds. I have some palm trees. I got some feathers for my golden owls, and then I have a forest. And I made an outline here, so that's pretty dope. You got the background here. You can also make an outline with the square tool. So you can have it like how the Rams and the Chargers do it, where they have the outline of just like nothing. Or you could just minimize the background here. You can have effects. You can have a stroke. Let's see here how I have my stroke. You have a stroke on the inside. You have a color. So let's see what the London Monarchs. I'm just gonna make a custom one, just for the video's sake, and I'm gonna make this a blue. Press OK, and essentially you want this like this really small. Just line this up so you can have the stroke out like this. So we'll have the stroke here. It looks pretty dope. I like that. And maybe we'll put the London Monarchs a word mark and logo in here. So let me see if I still got it. If I open this and I just go to downloads. All right, so I found it. You could pretty much use a different one. This is really, really low poly, but I'll use it for now. So what I want to do here is I just want to fit it in here, and it's okay. Just that it stretches out a little bit. It's all right if you do that. It's cool. like I said here, I'm just showing an example here of how it could be. London Monarchs, very low poly, but we'll deal with it for right now. And then obviously you want to put this in here. I'll put this in background. So no, actually no, because that one is not open. So I'll put this right here, right under stripes. As you can see here, we got the London Monarchs logo, everything. And then you want to make it 65 for opacity. It's okay if you forget it, because like I said, I forgot mine. And all you gotta do is just, once you make the layer, you just do it. You save a copy, make it a PNG, put it back into the game. So what you can do, if you already put everything in the game, just go to the SLUS, which is, I believe, 7.6. Yep. Replacements, London Monarchs. Just make sure that you don't delete this London Monarchs and you save it again under your old stuff. I'll make a new folder. I'll just call it End Zone, so it won't be all cluttered. Go to End Zone, and you can do this in NCAA, and you can also do this in arena football. Just make the End Zone copy. Or what I like to do is I like to cheat here, and I like to throw my dumps right on top of it, and just find it. And it should be at the bottom here. I don't know. Yeah, it's at the bottom here because it has a different dimension. And that's why I like to sort it out by dimensions. Just copy it, boom, paste it. And so you can immediately have it in the game. We'll press OK. And we can go back to the game here. London, boom, F9, and there we go. So that's what it looks like. And it's a little bit different. It puts you more, it gets you more immersed into the game when you do it like this. So this is pretty fun to do it, and you can also do it with the midfield logo. But I know I did like a sloppy job with that one, but yeah, this is essentially how you do it here, and it doesn't look too bad. I know it looks a little stretched out, but that's exactly how you do it here, and that's exactly how I do mine. Of course, with the away jerseys, you just have different numbers, maybe a different jersey, maybe a different helmet if you want. Make sure that you change your helmet color if you're making a created team. If it's with an existing team, you really can't do much than just that. Yeah, that's just how it is, and hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Hopefully come back to it. And like I said before, I'm going to have all these templates in the NCAA Next Discord. I will put it in the description below. And you can have access to all of these templates. And maybe I'll just make a Google Drive of all these templates as well. But thank you guys for watching. And we'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you.